a 15-8 scoreline. Everyone stepped up, and now we're going to need it again more than ever. Third and final map, last map of the group stage here at DreamHack Summer. And shout out to the crowd that has stuck with us all night through. Yonkaping, you are brilliant. Let's reward you with one final game, and maybe it's a Swedish victory. Let's see. Cr4zy. T-side pissed around, looking like the A burst, and Rusty is going to fall first. Lightly with a quick kill. Smoke down in main. There will be a player up in heaven, and Disco Doppler, his vision is finally no longer clouded. He'll be able to fight. But the bomb plant going down in the meantime, not much chance for Freddy to stop that unless he wants to risk his life. Draken is coming in on that ramp flank, but this is getting harder and harder by the second.
Well, Draken will actually take another man down, and Freddy B in with another. Somehow, the Ancient, they've started to claw their way back into this. I mean, there should have been no way for Freddy B and Draken to make this look even doable. They will still get shut out by Letney and Otto, but it comes down to the wire. Cr4zy securing the pistol round here.
Come on, show us that waffle. Oh, it's just gone. Close, but no cigar. Yeah, pistol round taken by Cr4zy as well. And I think this is one they're definitely going to be comfortable on, right? Nuke has been a bit of a home turf for this team as of late. Pretty good win rate on it as well, so Ancient maybe biting off more than they can chew. Let's find out. It's a force buy in the second round. Draken's on the scout. Pistols on everyone else. Fast ramp play for Cr4zy. They're already down B in an instant. Does Hunter check this close dark corner though? Instead he's just going to run right by. That's someone else's job, not mine. I'm the first man in. He's already found himself deep into secret as well. Esperanto dropping one. Hunter spots both these players and he will be able to deal with them alongside Otto. Stealing both kills there. Won't get punished for it. Finds himself a third. Big round with the SG there, and Draken's going to have to save his scout.
How are they going to let him get away with it, though? I mean, it's hardly a game-changing weapon, but would just be that much more to try and have an impact within the following round, because it will be the hard eco here for Ancient coming up next. They went for the decision to force buy here, and they will be punished for it.
Nice, quick little 2-0 lead for Cr4zy. Nothing too unexpected here after that pistol win. It will just be Ancient taking a flat eco. Not looking to invest. Really, it's all on Draken to try and find any damage, if that's possible. Cr4zy would have to go towards a yard for him to do so. A couple of players will be moving through, but it's actually a fast yard play to be, at least for Hunter. He has gone immediately into these lower halls. And look at the rotation. Ancient are being drawn off of ramp. I love this bait from Cr4zy. Now they get to walk out on ramp. They could walk ramp to hell and take A in a very unorthodox way, but also effective because Hunter's got all of their attention down on B. And yeah, that seems to be the case. He's drawn so many rotations that Cr4zy can just burst out A site. They lose the Mach 10 on lower, but that was only expendable anyway. They wanted the bomb plant and they will win the round.
Yeah, so a 3-0 start already on the T side of Nuke. Cr4zy are off to a bit of a blinding start, and that's all on the back of that decision to go for the force buy in the round prior. You know, I'd say like 6 rounds is sort of the minimum you'd want to be getting on this T side of Nuke, and so the fact they're already so close to that, anything else you can get at that point is just like a bit of a bonus almost.
Oh, what? Draken wants some trophies. And he's finding some heads through some trophies. Oh, that's even more awkward. What is going on in this round? That was an almost knife kill, and then the bomb blew him up mid-knife. Kills both of them. I'd love to watch that again. Yeah. Boom.
Ooh.
And then someone was... I didn't catch who it was, but 2 people died to the bomb mid-knife duel, so very weird one. But yeah, money going low for Cr4zy after that. They lose 4 players, not the end of the world. Here's the buy, and Cr4zy looking to end it immediately. Fast A play attempted, but then denied by the utility. They don't find a pick as they run through the door, and now the smoke is down, so while Ancient have to be aware of the possibility that someone could be lower, Cr4zy didn't manage to exploit the vents.
Yeah, now going back into T-spawn to line up these outside smokes by the looks of things. I'll be throwing these out. Don't have to show any presence towards outside. The wall of smoke's just good because it puts that seed of doubt in Ancient's mind, the possibility that players could have crossed into Secret. This is looking like it might just be an A commitment, though, from Cr4zy, as they are still stacked up over towards the radio room. Now moving forward, and Disco Doppler will offer himself up at first. Rusty from atop the hut, not able to find anything, apart from a bit of damage onto Hunter. Already that smoke falling up in heaven really does isolate and lock Draken out from this round, and Freddy B holding close. Will get one. Wow. That might entice Ancient to go for something, but him getting traded out so quickly means that for Plopsky and Draken, really all they are left and all they really can do in this situation is save.
And save they shall. Cr4zy not on the hunt, at least just yet, but their money is certainly building on this T side, and that is terrifying. It's a big factor, because 4-0 up, Ancient are going to need a few rounds in a row to break this bank. Certainly won't be now. 2 safe guns, but it's not like they can really buy around this. The loss bonus is there, but nothing on top of that. Plopsky and Draken can throw over a gun, and then we have 4 rifles out of nowhere, but not a huge amount of utility. One player's going to have to take a hit, but it's better than taking an eco in this situation, so Ancient are going to go for it. Freddy, maybe shotgun. No, he gets a gun, just no utility. Bit of a risk, but his teammates make up for it. It's not the worst buy we've seen. It's still got the AWP on Draken. Cr4zy have yet to show that on their T side. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So 4-0 start and going back for another fast A play. These Molotovs straight into Hut. And Disco, he's on top of it, but he's blind. And Nexus going to be able to get that kill as a result. Cr4zy, an opening frag, but not held for much longer because Plopsky's pushed in the backline and he's dropped the bomb in Squeaky.
Oh, through the fire, through the flames, Otto is still able to retrieve the bomb and get rid of Plopsky in the backline. Now, there's actually nobody inside of this A bomb site right now for Ancient. Instead, Draken's flanking ramp, Rusty's pushing outside.
Ooh, so close.
Ooh, second time around, he'll get it. And now posted up in the hut. They want to try and deal with Draken because they don't really have much room to maneuver inside of this bomb site. And they get picked apart. Ancient will manage a successful retake of A.
And I love that pace as well. If you're going to win this game as Ancient, you've got to have no fear. You've got to have full confidence in your calls. The second they see flashes going out onto the A site, 2 players rush radio. They flank ramp, and they almost win the round off of it, right? They get 2 kills, dropping the bomb, a molly to follow. If that molly comes down 2 seconds earlier, I think Ancient just win the round by default there because they have the bomb. But Otto able to get a kill while Plopsky throws a Molotov and even gets out of that position with the bomb. Very, very tight. They're very close on a needle, a knife's edge rather. But still Cr4zy are able to buy despite that previous round loss. That's the 4-0 lead coming back and helping them out economically. But Disco Doppler ready for that drop, able to get the quick kill on A. And now Cr4zy know that, Ancient know it's likely going to be an A play. Freddy B able to assist up from main. That AWP invent's not needed to do anything. Hunter does hit the shot to Freddy, knows this one man below him as well. And now Plopsky giving away his position, but he's fallen inside of the site. Hunter is trapped.
Yeah, Hunter heard the Molotov make contact with Draken and ooh, he's trying to go down the vent, and he has just caught a bit of a timing. Draken only just now peeking into the vents. Hunter, picture perfect timing for this bomb plant, and a 1v2 that is certainly doable, but by no means easy. Normally so composed in these situations, he's going to drop that close smoke and try and get himself up and into the rafters. Ooh, Hunter repositioning over towards the window, and it's already broken. He gets into it. Draken's nearby, caught with a nade in hand, and now down to the 1v1. Plopsky on the bomb. He's sticking it. Hunter goes running in. Now he's off the bomb. It's mind games, and Hunter lines it up. He'll get it done, and a loud celebration from the squad. I mean, what a round from Hunter. My word. 1v2. And what a man he's been for this squad. Even if you think back to Inferno, he was just that guy consistently topping the charts throughout.
That's such a smart play as well. Everything from the smoke to the way he crossed off of that bomb to the window push. Incredible. Cr4zy, pretty sure he had that defuse, Harry. Hunter was wrapping right side. If he wraps left side, he would have killed Cr4zy in time. But I think Cr4zy had just enough time to stick that bomb. Of course, he wasn't to know it, but getting off of it was his own demise. We'll make up for it somewhat this round, getting an opening kill. Freddy's pushed through a smoking yard. He's found Otto with his pants down. Free AWP upgrade. And a 5-on-3 out of nowhere. Make that a 5-on-2. Freddy isn't done just yet. What a start for Ancient in this eco round. This half buy. They're saving for the follow-up, and they might not need to because they're about to have a whole lot of cash in their bank account. Hunter needs to get at least this kill. That's Draken with a USP and no armor. He's going to get away. Unlucky. Not a chance for Cr4zy in this round.
Yeah, I mean, next set has been fed to the wolves on this one. Oh. And it's just a matter of time, isn't it? It's just a formality at this point, and it's Freddy B to shut him down. The slight investment yields some massive results there for Ancient. A second now stocked on up, and on the back of it, they've bought the economy of Cr4zy down to its knees. There's still cash to go for something here. It's likely we just see the partial investment with a focus on a buy in the next round. And that will indeed be the call. Curious how they want to play around these armored pistols. Smoke down at ramp early, and they're just going to hold back on the other side of it.
Cr4zy grouping up towards ramp, it seems. Bomb is in tow. 2 flashbangs to get out here. I mean, Cr4zy's not even interested. He's already down B. He's swapped position with Draken, who's moved into ramp room with the AWP. Gonna have his work cut out for him with 5 players ready to go. 4 on the other side. Hunter trying to sell a fake towards door, but here come the cavalry, the Cr4zy cavalry. Down through the ramp room they go. Won't commit towards B knowing there's an AWP in play. They'd rather just double back. They've at least forced Ancient to readjust their positions on that A site, and as a result, they caught Disco Doppler moving in transition. Rusty gets 2 from the back of the CT vent, but not for long, because Otto's traded him back, and guns can be picked up. But Esperanto caught aggressing in main, and even though the bomb plants come in and Letney's found this flank, surely he can't win this round with just the PT-50. They've spotted him, and they've dealt with it. I like that flank from Letney, but bomb plant not for him, and no weapon either. Bit of a rough one.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
And I tell you what, right, one thing I do remember is when you and I, because one of our talking points was this Draken on Nuke and how we've seen him have struggles on this map in the past. Now, I'm trying to think, at that event where we did see him play, I think they actually started T-side as well, so that probably didn't help, right? T-side AWPing is pretty finicky on this map. So I think it's pretty fantastic that he's gotten to start CT side and is kind of building that confidence up early on. Another man I think it's worth drawing some attention to is Freddy B, who went from having one of the worst performances I've ever seen him have in that first train game where he finished with what? I think it was 3 kills in total. He had 1 kill until like round 22 or something like that. He went from having one of the worst games I've ever seen him have to having one hell of a recovery in this series. This round though, already some outside control taken. The wall of smoke's going to go down to ward off any prying eyes that might be trying to look in towards this area of the map on the Swede side. There is a man down in Secret, and that is Draken with this AWP, holding close, looking to use it like a shotgun. But this is going to be the A split attempted from Cr4zy, although it's been dismantled. They've been manhandled by Ancient in this round. They try and make something fancy happen, pushing through Mini, Hut, and Squeaky, and they all fall. It's only Otto left. He was the man throwing in utility. And now he's the only hope for Cr4zy in this round.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say he's much of a hope in this situation. 1 on 5. He's already been pushed in the yard. Freddy's up close, and also gets some damage. He even gets a fadeaway kill, but Draken's there immediately for the trade. And I want to bring it up now, just so we have this all confirmed. Draken's playing well now, which is good, which is why I'm going to bring this up. But I found the game that he didn't perform in, and it was a Nuke game against North. NIP won 16-14. He went 8-24, 0.38 rating.
There we go. That was
it. Bit of a rough one, but right now he's making up for it, Harry. Almost as many kills as he got on that entire map. And I'm all for that.
Yeah. And yeah, Draken, we'll rag on you for one game that was like 3 months ago.
yeah. Poor guy. Just bullying at this point, but...
No, he's been doing a great job.
Yeah, holding his own. Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, very bad timing there for Disco Doppler. Doesn't seem to matter because they've gotten back on top of it before it gets out of control. They've immediately dropped that one gun that was retrieved. Hunter getting eliminated from this round. Deeg towards outside. Draken's just going to hop, skip, and jump away.
What's the most important part of the hop, skip, jump? Is it the hop?
I think that's the first. That's the first one.
You could say it's the last one, though, at the same time. What's your argument?
Actually, wait, what is the difference? They're all kind of the same motion.
Yeah, I never got that, right? People are like, oh yeah, do hop, skip, jump is cool. I'm like, isn't that, can't you just run 3 steps? Isn't that the same thing?
I bet you were really fun and really popular, Hugo.
Both
People,
of the above.
you're like, well, that doesn't make sense, guys. I'll have you know.
Well, I talk about video games, so who's winning, Harry?
Yeah, that's a good point. 5-5, Hugo, we're all tied up. I'm going to cut you short because tactical pause, or maybe technical, we'll find out, called on in. And I mean, we wanted this to be a close third map with a 4-0 start going the way of Cr4zy on the T side. I was a bit worried that we were just going to have one of these games where Ancient, they do this grueling comeback, they make it so close, they make it so competitive, they get us hyped, and then it all just falls apart on map number 3. That happens so often, but no, they've kept the momentum going. Despite going 4-0 down or 5-1 down in the early stages of this game, now they've tied it up 5-5, and the pressure is very much back in the Cr4zy side of things once again.
But is that just the Cr4zy curse, right? The early leads they always have and they always let slip. I don't want to rag into it too much. It is T-side Nuke, right? 5-1 start going 5-5. That's not unnatural. Great half so far from them, but how many will they get? Another full buy round. This is a big one, at least for Cr4zy. Their money's going to get broken if they don't win it. Streak of rounds for Ancient. They're not done with that. It's looking like a yard play. We've got that bomb outside as well. These players can easily just drop into main and go for an ace split at any point in the round. Letney looks to want to do that. Rusty's getting burnt out by one of these Molotovs as well. Esperanto half HP, and Freddy B's going to let them split main here. This wrap through Secret with the AWP is going to be too late. Cr4zy are already going to be inside of the A site, and they found the kill to get it into A. Disco Doppler dead. AWP shot missed from Draken, and that might cost them a lot because right now Cr4zy are all over this site. Plopsky raining down death from heaven. He does drop that bomb. Bit of time for Ancient to rotate round. Draken can come back up through the events while this bomb is dropped in the open, but he's been caught moving up into A. Otto gets him, and Esperanto on the long wrap round from Yard will finish off that round. I like that slowdown from Cr4zy. They lose the bomb. They work out exactly where these CTs are coming from, and they deal with it. Another round on this T side. They don't break the money of Ancient, but they keep theirs strong. Or keep theirs standing, rather. Wouldn't call this money strong on the T side just yet.
If this game continues to be so back and forth, we could be here until the sun sets, so about 2 a.m. or sunrise, rather.
Yeah.
That's one of the most unique things about a Swedish summer that I didn't realize was a thing.
Yeah. Went to bed at 2 a.m. and I was like, is it 7?
Wow, fast play in. The sun might have set on this round. Actually, Letney does get the trade almost immediately, despite getting headshot. Rusty, from atop the rafters, able to double down. Freddy B's helped him out, and everyone's getting torn to shreds. Hunter left alone, does get the first, not the second, however. And Ancient are straight back with a 6th round. It might be approaching midnight here in Jönköping, but the crowd is still in full force behind Ancient. They're still here, rallied behind their team, the last remaining Swedish team at this event. And I do love the support for them. 6-6, this is still right down the middle, right down the wire, anyone's game.
As it has been all series long, Harry.
No, I mean, that's the crazy thing, but it hasn't been anyone's game all series long.
Well, yeah.
Out the gate,
I'm just
Cr4zy
thinking
looked like
of
they were
overtime.
just going to steamroll this, right? you really do have to look at the whole picture, and it was such a dominant performance from Cr4zy over on Train. So was almost the entire regulation stage of Inferno. They were at map point, and Ancient went on a 7-round comeback to win it out in a double OT fashion to get us here to Nuke. And they're keeping that momentum going. They're keeping the hope high. Will that be enough?
Oh, Mac 10 in this round. Economy starting to be worse for wear for Cr4zy. And they've been cut out of the ramp room as well. Very deep smoke from Plopsky. Cr4zy don't have an abundance of utility. They've got enough to go for an execute. Could get that wall of smokes down outside as well. More of a late round at this point, and I think they will be going back to that. Letney's already moving into position, and the best thing about this is you don't even need to send anyone behind it. You can just throw the smokes, assuming there's no one down on the secret stairs. Ancient aren't to know how many players could or would have crossed down towards B, and that's exactly what Cr4zy do. They just throw the question mark in the face of Ancient. The smoke's in the yard, no one behind it. It's a full ramp play right now. Or an inner take. They double back out of the radio room. That door's blown open. Disco Doplin's above the hut, ready and waiting, and no flashes just yet to go. They're going to throw one, but no one's going to check the top side. Luckily enough, whiff spray, and the shot comes through for Letney. Rusty again on the trade, but only good for one this time. One man in heaven, and it's just even Stevens all the way through. 3-on-3 on the bomb site, and the plant coming in.
And it always seems to come down to these tight retakes with these two squads. And they've been so entertaining to watch. This time, Cr4zy sat with that bomb planted. Still a lot of utility left in the Ancient squad. It does get stripped away, at least from Plopsky. Draken's in with the trade, now emerging from heaven. And Freddy B in with another. Hunter asked to clutch, and this time a 1v2. He will get Draken. They're on the bomb. He's going to get there just in time. And Hunter is the clutch king of Cr4zy right now. 7-6. Oh, and that's going to hurt for Ancient. They were hoping that was their time to take the lead in this map, to find themselves 7-6 up. It was looking good. It was looking doable. But Hunter is just such a terrifying man to go into these 1vx's again.
I want to bring up the post plant as well, right? Because that bomb plant's not for anyone on the team there for Cr4zy. It's heaven side, but Hunter's playing such a position that if he just swings to the right, he can stop a defuse. Anyone defusing that bomb is going to be in the position that Freddy B was in there, because they don't want to be open to the hut. It's a very, very clever after plant. Despite it not looking like it's for Hunter, he actually has such easy access to that defuse. The little details make all the difference in a match like this. 7-6 up on the T side. Cr4zy just holding the lead by the skin of their teeth. Teeth not known for their skin though. So this can crumble at any point. If Ancient bite hard enough. At least that's what my dentist told me. It's not licensed. But another slow round. Cr4zy not eager to make the first move, hoping that Ancient bring the heat. We have seen these lobby crunches before through ramp room. Not since that one successful round for Ancient that they didn't convert. Very close. Plopsky back of ramp as well. And 30 seconds. Cr4zy haven't even moved through the lobby yet. They have got to move now.
Oh, Plopsky, their worst nightmare is here. He'll send them packing from ramp. They have to try and find solace instead in this A bomb site, and this is where Rusty and co reside. First kill coming in, traded by Letney. They don't have Clutch King Hunter alive this time around, though. It's the rest of the squad who have to try and pick up the pieces, and Letney will get through the vents, but he's been spotted. They know that he's here. Plopsky's already in position, ready and waiting to shut him down. Tying this up once again, keeping it close. 7-7. Next round will decide which one of these two squads wins out this first half. Has that one-round advantage heading into the second. And with how close these games have been, that really can make all the difference.
Without a doubt. And, you know, I don't think it even matters at this point, right? Cr4zy, they've had a very strong T-side, regardless of whether this is 7 or 8 rounds. They're going to be more than happy with it. But let's see if they can take it over the finish line. Great dodge from Plopsky. Oh, sorry, from Nexa. Almost goes down to Plopsky, but you will to Draken. The AWP is already waiting on ramp. 12-5 is Draken right now. He's having a great game. Back to A for Cr4zy, but it's only pistols, and they're getting mopped up, pulled to pieces. Disco Doppler dives through the vents, and he actually catches the timing back up to the top side. Does catch the Deeg as well, and Esperanto's being pushed from two sides. It's 8 rounds and a half for Ancient. They will be able to close it out with the lead, as they should be on the CT side, but anyone's game as we move forward. Cr4zy with a lot of effect on that terrorist half. Are they going to be able to take us to the semi-finals, or will it be the Swedes on home territory? Find out after the break.
It's 5 days on and 2 days off. It's a 40-minute ride from the south of Boomtown, Boondocks, over to the other side. Her mama's on the cell phone the ever-loving day long. Her daddy is watching the news. She's heard it all before. She's busting through the screen door. She knows what she's gonna do. Go downtown, not uptown. Take 440, loop around town. Go downtown, downtown. Neon lights dancing in the night, grooving and a moving and a doing what you're doing when you're downtown, downtown. Downtown, downtown. It's 95 at 1 a.m. and Broadway's on a tear. It's 100% humidity, like swimming through the air. She's been going all night long. It's another honky tonk. She's still going strong. Play another down home. We'd spend too long. Hardcore country song. Go downtown, not uptown. Take 440, loop around town. Go downtown, downtown. Neon lights dancing in the night, grooving and a moving and a doing what you're doing when you're downtown, downtown. Downtown, downtown. It's 5 days on and 2 days off. It's a 40-minute ride from the south of Boomtown, Boondocks, over to the other side.
Split down the middle as we head into the third map here of this series. Semi-finals on the line, and Nuke to decide it all. It's the Swede just setting up by 1 above Cr4zy. Anyone's game, Harry. Second half, second pistol. Cr4zy on that CT side. What have we got?
Well, we can hear the Swedes rallying behind their countrymen. Pissed around would help Ancient out a hell of a lot here. They'll be setting up outside of A. Molotov for Freddy. That can be used to try and force a player out from the rafters or top of the hut. Letney does reside in this position. Flash throwing in, and they're not going to use that Molotov. Instead, waiting maybe for the post plant. Hunter inside of the bomb stack, dancing around. Is going to get tagged up, but it's Doppler and Plopsky. 2 kills between them. Bomb now going to go down, and this Molotov for the post plant is going to be so valuable. You can see Freddy B's waiting over at ramp. He's going to come in late. Nexo and Esperanto making a chance to that round, but they're shut out of it in an instant.
That looked like from 1 second to a suddenly winnable 2-on-4 to a 2-on-0. Instant kills from Ancient in response. And this game, Harry, this just got a whole lot more interesting. Ancient picking up the pistol with already a lead on the half and on the T side. They're going to have still a long road to a victory here, but Cr4zy on the back foot is not what I expected to see coming into the second half of this map. Nuke has been great for this team, but right when they needed it most, maybe it's slipping from their fingertips. Certainly is for Letney. He's been caught out getting aggressive in the yard. Nexer and Hunter both tagged. Otto, same story. He gets a shot off with a scout, but he won't be able to get a kill. And Ancient, they're already down on B.
Yeah, but they're not committed to it just yet. All they've done is they've secured this foothold, and now they're perfectly content with that. They know a lot of the pressure here mainly going to fall on Cr4zy. I mean, eventually Ancient do have to get into a bomb site, right? But I mean, they know there's not that much in terms of firepower on this CT side, and they've also got themselves that man advantage by finding Letni earlier on towards outside. Now, Otto actually has made this round now a bit scary because he's tagged up not one, but two players towards this outside area, softening them up for these pistol players. Hunter's going to hear the rotation. Ooh. Into A, and he's already past that Molotov. Freddy B still able to catch him lurking late inside of that bomb site. Ancient, they might have got a leash back on this one just in the nick of time as that bomb plant now comes in.
They've still got a man in secret as well. Otto thinks he's got him trapped, but Plopsky's got two players coming in from below. Oh, what a shot. Esperanto's going to take him down. Those are two AKs picked up. Cr4zy might still go for this yet. It might not be over, but no kit, no util, and they're already tagged, so we'll just opt to save these guns down lower B. Freddy is on the hunt, knowing he can upgrade his gun and that these guys are both on AK, so he doesn't want to let them get away with it for free. And a 1-for-1 trade, that's worth it. Esperanto will still keep his AK though. Got to be careful not to run towards the site. He'll be fine to save his weapon for another round. 2 players surviving per side, and 10-7 is the score as Ancient just holds the lead.
I'm hoping that this scavenged rifle doesn't lull them into maybe going for a risky buy. I mean, they've got no need to, but we've seen stuff like that happen at these critical moments. It will just be the flat eco around the saved weapons. Relying on Esperanto, doing a lot of work with this one rifle. Otto's going to have the scout as well. Ramp progression coming in from H, and they're already deep within this position. Players now dropping down toward the B bomb site for Cr4zy. Otto and Nexa already posted up, and Nexa, great shot to eliminate Plopsky. No trade to come through just yet either. And Ancient, now being a man down, slowing this one down a hell of a lot, kind of getting in their own heads, perhaps wondering, do they want to commit to this? Could this be the B stack?
Rarity to see. And they are probing the top site as well. Hunter's been spotted falling back from Squeaky, but he's gone in towards the hut. They might not expect that, but he's only on a USP anyway, so Ancient, they really shouldn't have too much of a tough time, although Esperanto is making matters interesting. Another kill with that AK. And now Ancient on that A site. Now they realize, where's Hunter gone? Well, he has to be inside the hut, and he is. They take him down with ease. 30 seconds as that bomb gets planted, and 3 CTs left up to hold on to this round. Might just see Esperanto hold on to the AK instead if they don't find this next kill. Otto's been picked up. Letni, nothing to lose, so much to gain. May as well go for it, but unless he gets a kill, I don't think Esperanto's going to give away this weapon anytime soon. Save it for your rifle round. And at this point, your rifle round, you've almost got to win. It's 11-7.
Yeah, I mean, Cr4zy have always had like these very, or at least reasonably big leads to kind of fall back on, right? So if you do lose maybe a few of these first buys, it doesn't matter all too much when they've been getting into the nitty-gritty. They've still got some room to maneuver, and that's not the case here. As we kind of saw earlier back on Inferno, Cr4zy, when they're on the back foot, that's when they really do look most vulnerable. Ancient, it's almost like a different story. It's like when their back's against the wall, that's really when we see the Swedes come out in full force. So, you know, we've already seen the resilience from Ancient. We know they've got it in them to make these big comebacks happen. And now the question becomes, is it the same for Cr4zy? Do they have any fuel left in the tank here? Their first buy round on the cards, and this would be a better time to show it than ever.
Ooh. Otto taking the orb downstairs. Ancient. In the meantime, smoke's going towards the yard, but not much commitment behind it. Only Freddy B pushing into the outside position. And luckily enough, there's Otto down below, who will cover this one off, will clear the fact that it's not a B play, at least not yet. Hunter, he's got to deal with a full force of this B-side push, and he will spray, connecting one, Esperanto one before he goes down, and that's the bomb dropped. Massive impact from Hunter, and he's even got more. 3 kills. And Cr4zy, 8th round on this CT side. They're starting to find their groove. This is not over just yet, and they know it. First round on the CT side, and many more they still need.
I mean, for me, that is like the one like scary X factor that Cr4zy have is Hunter. You know, he's like the man. You take him off the leash, just as we see there, they let him just barrel down into Squeaky Door, and somehow he gets 3 kills on the back of it. In a situation where it feels like many players would have struggled to even get 1. So now just pistols left for Ancient, but utility down to create this wall of smokes outside, and that might give them safe passage down towards the B bombs. Like Otto's here, but he's got the AWP, and that's by no means ideal with these pistols coming his way. If the AWP gets gifted over, that's quite the tool for Ancient to play around.
He's got to make sure that every shot he takes, he needs to back up a little bit further. Avoid getting overwhelmed, but every missed shot's going to cost him a lot because Ancient keep their numbers and they get closer as well. Smoke towards Decon. He's got his back covered by that AUG next to being able to line up 1. Doubles it, drops the bomb, and these pistols, they've been made quick work of by Cr4zy. There we go. Flick back round for Letney and he'll get it done. 9 rounds on this CT side. Starting to find their groove.
I don't know, man. If it was down to me, I'd give both these teams a spot in the semi-final. I mean, I'm like, I don't
Wait,
want
what happens there? How do you get 5 teams in the semi-final?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how I can deal with this mentally. I want both these teams to win it. They've both played their hearts out all night long. This has been a very, very long day for either one of these two squads. And, already Hunter chiming in with the opener in through that smoke. Disco Doppling gives himself up.
Can't really put that on him, though. Unlucky. Just on the receiving end of a blind shot. Could have been anyone, Harry. Ancient looking ready to just burst in here. They got Plopsky setting up that flash above. This is kind of what they did earlier on in the half. Ooh, lots of flashes. Esperanto not ready for the pace. Rusty gets the kill. He had a smoke in his hand when that first man came out. Freddy's followed up. Letney moving in through heaven, and they don't expect a man so quick, but they still deal with him after only 1. Nexa is the only one left up, at least for the side of Cr4zy. And a 1-on-3 to try and find. He can't even get that first kill. Not a good start. They know where he is now. Plopsky's moved in, and Nexa's found him. Still a man to his left side, and Freddy's wrapped all the way around. 2 kills for him. Big one there for Ancient. They needed that, especially after losing Disco Doppler so earlier on in Squeaky.
And I mean, that's like especially important as well because the money had ran dry for Ancient, right? Like this could have been a real way for Cr4zy to get back into this game and start to make this one even closer. On the back of this, Ancient, not only have they picked up a 12th round, but they've dodged that economic reset that was going to come in full force had they lost that round. A massive one to pick up. And as you say, especially the fact that they headed into that a man down. Tactical pause now called in from Ancient. They might have picked up the victory, but they still weren't fully content with it. And now's the time that you want to be making sure everyone's on the same page, right? You don't want the pressure to be getting to you at this juncture in the game. You're so close to winning, you can almost taste it, but at the same time, nipping at your heels is Cr4zy. They're only 3 rounds behind. Oh, there's Draken. And what a man to shut down as well. Finding Hunter in the opening 20 seconds of this round. Ancient now sat a man up.
Well, now the world's their oyster, knowing that Cr4zy, their defense is going to be lacking a man. Where do you exploit? It's outside for now. Lots of utility going through, and they can easily just go for this wall of smokes. It's a deep wall of smokes as well. This gives them control towards the garage, and Ancient, they have no one to fight them outside. Smoke even landing in main. Letney cannot catch a break. He might move through that, though. Flash will hold him back for now. Next is just watching the back of Garage, but there's just no info. Full smokes down, covering pretty much every position in the yard. Letney does get one, but it's an immediate trade back in main. That's an A player, and Ancient know it. Tempting to split the A site. Disco Doppler is ready on the other side of lobby, and ooh, Plopsky. How close to catching Nexa moving back inside of Hell. He'll get himself into that A site. It's all on Plopsky. If he can find a kill on the backline here, we're going to see Ancient split A immediately.
I feel like we might even see that anyway. And yeah, they go peeking into him. Nexa, God, Esperanto here alone inside of A. Otto's now arriving on the flank. They've somehow made this doable. They've made it possible. Both players coming in on the flank. The bomb can get planted for the Heaven After plant, and that is where Cr4zy resides. More damage done onto Esperanto. Not quite enough to find the kill. We'll go back looking for it. He has flashbangs to try and facilitate this peek, but he'll take it dry, fully blind. Takes the first Esperanto 1v1. Creeping on top of the hut. Disco Doppelin primed and ready, and Ancient 13-9. Another round for the Swedes. And now just 3 rounds away from locking in a semi-final spot and sending Cr4zy home. They're getting ever closer, inch by inch, and yet at the same time, that finish line still feels miles away.
Ooh. Potential speed up pace, I thought. I'd like, yep.
I was going to say that this investment from Cr4zy, I mean, it's not brilliant, but it's not like awful either. However, this is all their money in this round. If they lose this, 14-9 in favor of Ancient, and Cr4zy either have to play for the buy in the over and try and play for overtime,
or force.
Or they're going to have to force. And at that, I mean, this is such an important round now for Ancient. If they pick this up, they've set themselves up to take this series so nicely.
It's hard not to win if you win this round. Although we've seen dominant scorelines elude teams even in this match. So I am not counting this game as over until one of the teams has taken off their headsets and walked out the building. Ancient going back towards Yard with the bomb. Smoke's already there. I love the variance they have in this T-side smoke. They can't just go for the normal wall, but although last round, if we saw, they smoked off the back of Garage, in front of main, and inside main with 4 different smokes. Completely cut off Cr4zy's information there, and they've done it again, or at least some of them. Got themselves down towards B. Hunter, man of the match, really, on a shotgun right now. Not what you want, but lots of players around the corner. The pellets just disappear mid-air. He won't get the kill, but Esperanto's coming on the back lines. These T's are speeding down towards B, and they've even caught Nexa getting into position as well. Freddy knows it, and he'll deal with the problem at hand. 2v2 now. Letney on that long flank back from ramp, and Otto might be able to stop this bomb plant, but it's on the other side of the silo as well. He won't be able to see him. Disco Doplin's killed the flanker, and now it's just Otto. 1-on-2, AWP, and he might just call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned they put everything into this round. Cr4zy put everything, all their money, their hearts, their minds. They tried to do it, but it wasn't enough. Ancient will be picking up a 14th. No money left for Cr4zy. This AWP is the only thing they're going to have with them into the next round. And I'm curious, are you going to take the force buy here and now? I imagine they will, right? You're not going to have the AWP if you take the eco and then go for the buy to try and play for overtime.
Unless you play full Jame. It's not looking good, Harry. Can't lie. 14-9. The Swedes on home soil with a huge upset. Do remember, for those who haven't been tuning into this series, this was 15-8 up in the second map for Cr4zy, and they lost all the way down to overtime, losing double OT, and they might just be about to lose on this third and final map. That is shocking. Not what we would have expected coming into this series, but Ancient, you could not say it's not deserved. They have worked hard. They have fought tooth and nail to get into this position, and they are about to reap the rewards of that hard work. Semi-finals on the line here, Harry.
And I mean, as is so often the case with, like kind of these, I don't want to say lesser experience, because there's a lot of experience within this roster. Normally we just kind of group a bunch of like young, talented guys together like this. This is where, you kind of see like, the resilience is like a bit of a struggling factor, right? Because you do kind of have like squabbles, you do have your doubts, but everyone's been committed on the side of Ancient here, and the resilience they've demonstrated really has been phenomenal. To almost try and make a comeback happen towards the end of Train, to make the comeback happen on Inferno, and now to potentially cross the finish line on Nuke. Just what a road to recovery it has been for Ancient. They're still not done yet, however. We've seen the trials and tribulations of closing out these games on either side of the coin. This round, no one on Cr4zy wants to be the first man to fall. They know the importance of it. They're staring down the barrel of potentially getting eliminated from a tournament in which they were favorites to go the distance in.
Ooh. That's a great start, though. Otto catches Plopsky outside. He's the only yard player. Everyone else is walking in through ramp, and while a dink goes on to Freddy, he's going to get the chance to stay alive. Not for long, though. Disco Doppelin dropped. Freddy finished off, and Nexus doubled it. A resurgence for Cr4zy in this round, a 4-on-2 that they can convert, but Draken is still standing with full HP. That bomb on the back of Rusty, too. And back into lobby they go, 20 seconds. It's got to be that A play unless they drop down vents. And that's not looking like a possibility at this point. Draken's already walked out into the MTA side. Rusty's going to get caught. Bomb drop. Draken follows up, but there's nothing more to be found. Cr4zy find 10 rounds on this CT side. Slowly but surely. I don't want to assume that a 14-9 scoreline was a finished game for Ancient. Cr4zy still nipping at their heels with another round.
Yeah, I mean, these games, it's not a sprint. It is very much like a long-distance run, and it's those final 50 to 100 meters in which, you can very easily get overtaken. Ancient, they know that. I mean, they did it to Cr4zy just a map ago. They've gone for the force buy here in this round. A curious decision, but they wanted to put something into it. They do still have a little bit of breathing room, but it is becoming a bit claustrophobic.
The reason this buy is worth going for is if you win it, you break Cr4zy's money at 15-10. Otherwise, if you eco this round, Cr4zy start to build an economy, and that's where things start to get difficult for you. Ancient have been constantly keeping them down on these SMGs, these shotguns. Well, let's see if they can break the money at breaking point. Letney smoked off in main, no info for him. Otto's going to try and help him out outside, but look at these wall of smokes that Ancient thrown towards the back of Garage. I mean, that's next level. That's really cutting off lines of sight. Lines of sight, the Cr4zy didn't even want. Freddy B, he's going to find himself an opening kill towards his A site. Esperanto hiding at the back of the site. He needs to do it all. He's alone. He's found Disco, but there's so many more players surrounding him on the silo. Next to helping him out, but Esperanto, only man standing, and he's not for long. 15 rounds for Ancient. They may have forced, but they forced the money of Cr4zy out of the server. Broken on the CT side.
That is such a ballsy call to go for that force for the reasons that you said that they did it. High risk, high reward. Essentially what Ancient just did, they walked into a casino and they just put it all on black, mate. They've just done it and they've won. It's paid off. 15-10. No money left for Cr4zy. They've put what money they can into this round. It's a couple of rifles, a couple of SMGs. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel to try and deny the victory the way of Ancient, to try and dodge elimination. Both these teams have fought tooth and nail.
Oh, look at that.
This round, Disco Doppelin, sneaky as ever, has gotten down the vents. Cr4zy, I don't think they're aware. They should definitely consider the possibility. The smokes were there, so someone could have snuck by, and somebody has.
Well, now they're totally aware because the smoke's outside, and yeah, Disco, he's already there before too. He was not ready for the pace. Disco looking for a little bit more, but shot in the face by Nexa. Now the bomb coming in tow. 4 players for Ancient in these lower tunnels. Hunter's defending it. Only one off. Draken trades, and he even gets a double, catching Letney rotate down B. They can go back up vents if they want. They can take A because it is empty, and they know it. Free bomb site taken. Draken can hold the rotations from down bottom, and Esperanto's double back on ramp, but the hut has been mollied. No entrance back into A. He misses the timing on Draken, and that could work in the favor of Esperanto.
Yeah, they don't know that he's in the hut. They believe this is clear, but he walks into Draken. Nexa, on the ladder, will shut down the first man. Can he get any more, however? What an unbelievable clutch this would be, and it's got to be an unbelievable clutch if Cr4zy want to stay on this stage any longer. Nexa creeping forward, but